Good morning, everyone. Afternoon and night around the world. This after this hype intro, a new hype intro for the Bonnier podcast. I really like this one. Happy to have you again. We have today Krik from the NFT Workgroup of NDC. I am your co-host Sus, and today we will be hosted by Billy Bones as well. We have Krik. So, you guys, if you want to introduce yourself.
Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, hey, happy to be here. And this is my first podcast, so excited.
Happy to have you.
So, where did you start on Near? Go ahead and give yourself like a brief introduction, how you started on Near, how you found Near, and what you're doing now.
Okay, I was more active in another chain, but I was doing testnets, trying to learn Web3, and trying to make some money. I was attending all DJ giveaways at the Bull, and one day I have seen Mr. Brown NFT uh, OG giveaway, and I like the visuals, and I attended on Twitter, and I was suddenly OG for Mr. Brown. I have attended the community, and I like the vibes. I started vibing all the day. I mean, even at holiday, I was saying, "Okay, I'm coming, guys. I'm here." Spending all the day. One day, Lomakin, the founder and the artist of Mr. Brown, asked me to be a mod, and I said, "What's being a mod? I'm just vibing here." He said, "Just be yourself and continue your vibes, and I will pay you." And I said, "Great, okay, I am your mod now." Of course, things didn't go like that. I felt the responsibility. I tried to build lots of things on Mr. Brown, and then at that time uh, Benny Sumo, now they are founders of El Cafe Cartel, were my teammates. They had to leave Mr. Brown to build their own community and own project, and I have continued my life there as community manager. At that time, I felt in love with Near because it was very easy, cheap, which makes it inclusive for everybody. And it was bull. The vibes were great. We were making friendship, learning each other, and that's where I fell in love with Near. And after that, I started being very active in NFT communities, talking with the people, making friendships, supporting each other, and having one of the people on the Near is Now moment, which was great again because uh, with good heart, everyone was trying to push the efforts to make it greater now. And after the uh, beer started, the discussions about around NFTs, and people started, fading NFTs, discussing if they are all scam, if they help ecosystem anyhow. And I started defending NFTs and communities with my all bones and blood, and here I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think it was the same deal with me as when I was just vibing in one of the discords, and one of the founders came to me and were just like, "Hey, do you want to be a mod?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then once they gave me not a contract, but kind of like a rundown of what we're doing, they said, "Well, we're going to pay you this much," and I was like, "There's pay involved." I had no idea. Like I told Escobar yesterday, I said I had no idea mods get paid, and it was a decent pay for part time. So I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to do it." I would have done it for free. I didn't even know. Like, wow, this is great and awesome. And here we are a couple years later, and I quit my job at the beginning of this year, I think. So it's just like it's amazing to see how just being involved and vibing will get you. It's It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's opening. Web3 is opening doors for everyone around the world. It doesn't matter where you come from, even your level of English knowledge. There are AI tools, there are Google Translates. Just you need to learn and add value, and you make progress. It's easier.
Yeah, I
it
think
is
that's the
actually.
best part of Web3.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. I started vibing into it. I was actually start learning how to create threads in Twitter, and then one day Delir messaged me, and I was vibing in the community. I was very very active on my PFP until now, which is my classic kangaroo. And Delir messaged me. He said, "Hey, Sus, wanna be a content creator?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to that. Okay, we will add you to the content creator for Nico, and I have additional, task for you as the learn to earn manager." And I started from there actually, and there's just starting to realize that there is more into crypto than just tokens and buying and selling and trading. Web3 is pretty big and brings so much opportunities for people. So it's really great to see, and I think we are just starting. I think we are still early in Web3, and things is just gonna get better over time.
Yeah, but if there are new people listening, shouldn't take it as it's easy.
It is.
If you put lots of efforts, yes, it's Web3 is very inclusive, but you have to work
Yeah.
very hard, because it is very fast. There are lots of ends of crypto. You cannot just say that I do NFTs or I do trades. You have to learn different aspects. You keep learning and evolving. You have to adapt. It's not like working from 9 to 5. I mean, you have to live in Web3. You have to love it. You have to put your heart in it. I mean, I think you would believe, if I would work that hard in real life, I, I would be, I would have very, bright career, and earning maybe much more. But that's where my heart is. I mean, I found myself in Web3.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. I agree.
so
It is a grind, 100%. I agree with you, and you have to love it. Yes, you have to love it to be able to get really good at it. It is also a very competitive space. But when it's come to near, I think it's the most encouraging community you will find across all blockchains. To be honest, most of the other blockchains is more of like competing with each other, where near basically always supporting each other, and that's why I really really love near community.
yeah, also near is includes because of its it's being cheap, and the tools are easy to use. I mean, the
Yes.
wallets, the DeFi, the marketplace, even the marketplaces are easier to use. I am. I like doing tests. I am doing trying lots of chains. I started doing this for airdrops. I will be honest, because I wanted to make some money. But the more I tried, the more I loved making tests, and I am still doing that. Near is one of the most easiest to use, and also one of the most cheapest and fast ones. So it is making it easier to onboard people and to adapt, let's say.
Awesome. I really quickly want to ask you and get a little bit personal, like I do with everybody. I just want to kind of ask you. The most interesting one I think so far was Illuminifty. So you have an interesting username that you go by, and it used to be a lot longer. Quick crack track. So I just want to know, where did you get that from? How did you come up with that, and why Krik Krak track? Like it seemed that everyone was struggling to try to at you in Discord or on Twitter. Like, what was your name
Yeah,
again? So can you tell me about your name and your username and how you came up with that?
yeah. It is because Crick is lazy. As I told you, I was trying to make some money and attending giveaways, and I was using my personal Twitter account. And I realized that I would lose my real life friends, so I have to open an alt account. And I, uh, I was checking the names, different names on Twitter, but they were all occupied, and I was eating like breadsticks. And in Turkish, it's called krikrak. I said, let me write krikrak. It doesn't matter. This is for giveaways, you know. And krikrak was also occupied, and I said that okay, fuck it, let's make it Krik Krak Truck. Okay, because it was just for giveaways, and I never thought I would be working on Web3, or I would make that much friendships and all these things. I was just trying to earn some money. And but during the time I had friends, I made friendships. Uh, to make it easier, I took my name as Krik Krak Track as well, so I didn't have to think about it. I was just a DJ. But during the time, it became something bigger, and people try to understand what it means. It's an anime character or what. It doesn't have any meaning. It's just because I was DJ and I was lazy to think and find non-occupied good, Twitter handle.
So it's a true DJ name. You were just trying to come up with something, and they wouldn't let you have it. It's kind of like why I use Billy Bones one, or maybe with like an underscore under it. I'm just Billy Bones, but I have to put a one or a number or underscore some kind of symbol before or after it because um, Billy Bones is usually taken. Same thing with Boneyard Gaming. Unfortunately, it's taken by accounts that are no longer active, and it sucks. Maybe I can report them or something. Say, give me that name. It's my name. I'm using it. But cool. That's interesting. Uh, can you tell me your thoughts? I want to hear about your personal thoughts since you're an OG in the space, and everyone has their opinion. And well, first of all, before I get to my question, why aren't you running for one of the seats in the upcoming elections?
uh,
Sorry, it maybe kind
I
of
would.
difficult, but
No,
yeah,
no.
I wanted to ask.
I would love to, but really, my heart is in NFTs, and I'm spending lots of time on vibing, learning, interacting, and thinking, making business plans. So I thought that if I step in a role, if even if I am not selected, it will consume too much time. You have to amplify, you have to think what you will how you will add value to ecosystem, and do some politics engagements. It would consume lots of times, and I have been dreaming uh, to work for all near NFT ecosystem. And really, I didn't want to lose focus. That's the if there was not near NFT work group, I might step in a role, but it's very high responsibility and time consuming thing. I didn't think I will manage both of them at the same time and give the time and attention they both deserve. That's the reason. I just wanted to concentrate on NFT work group and to grow communities, to support ecosystem builders, and be part of evolving journey. That's the reason. But it's very valuable. I am very excited. I am, reading all nominations, what they are offering, what they are trying to do. That big scale of decentralization never have been tried before. We are writing history here.
Yeah,
Uh, I
it's
am
an
hoping I am
go ahead.
hoping it will be successful, and I am supporting it very much. But unfortunately, I don't have that time.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting experiment. I think this is the largest like governance or decentralization of everything that's going on. Like they're trying to be fully decentralized, and I think it's interesting, and I think it's a little bit beyond my knowledge as well. So, but yeah, nonetheless interesting. So that being said, what do you think is the good and the bad of NDC? It might be a little bit of a spicy topic, but what are the good things you see that can come out of the NDC coming up, and what are the bad things you can see coming out of the NDC coming up? Because a lot of people
Yeah,
kind of have mixed positions on the stance of their thoughts, but some people are super pro, and maybe some people are kind of questionable. Even though they are like super OGs, they are not running, and they're questioning how things are being ran. So, what do you think the good and the bad of the NDC is coming up?
okay. The good thing is, by nature, it has to be inclusive. So, in the past, I have very much, although near is one of the most inclusive places, uh, I have very much struggled to take my place in near. There has been bro culture. In some of the chats, I was just jumping in and trying to chat people. Only bros were talking to each other. You would say good morning GM, nobody would respond to you, and they would, they were not aware, they didn't do it to exclude you. This was the vibes. And for example, I am not European, I am not from US, I am not a man. So had lived lots of disadvantages of my uh, of these things. And NDC has been a hope for inclusivity for everyone, regardless your gender, regardless your uh, where you born, where you live, how wealthy you are. You have a chance to take a role in one of the most important positions. This is the good thing. And since the beginning, NDC has supported inclusivity, and I am very proud that I believe I am one of the persons to push that value in the NDC. In every talk I was saying that this has to be inclusive for everyone. And and one of the core values was, anti-cartel. But through the elections, it has been low key. This worries me. Okay, the same groups. Uh, for example, a big project has nominee uh, in House of Merit, in Transparency Commission, and the other seats. So they are supposed to control and balance each other. But if you have seats in all places, how will you uh, make it possible to control each other? So it is bit turning out a power game, or some people are not very perfect fit for the roles, but as they have big communities, they will be earning the elections maybe. So these are the things I am mm, looking to see how we will find solutions on these things.
So, with everything that you've said, maybe you could make time to try to make things better and a little bit easier for all the struggles that you've had. Would you think? Maybe
So
last minute
step in the room.
nomination from
No,
Krik.
no, no, no. Really, my contribution to NEAR and NDC is with NEAR NFT Workgroup. That's where my heart is.
Right.
Maybe later. I don't know how it will go. And this is I am still very hopeful, and this is an experiment, as you said, and we will make mistakes, we will struggle in some areas, but this will evolve something good because it started. Nothing will gonna stop this decentralization thing.
Exactly. That's awesome. So I wanted to kind of tone it down a little bit from the NDC and ask you real quick, since you're talking about NFTs and being involved in the NFT work group. I think it'd be fun to play a little game real fast. I don't think we played it yesterday with Escobar, but um, I wanted to ask you real quick. It's kind of a known game where you ask your friends and then you say, which girl would you like to date? Which girl would you like to marry? And if you had to kill one, which one would you kill? And I'm going to call this pump, dump, and hodl. So we're doing this with NFTs. And since you're very involved in NFTs, I'm sure you're on other chains as well. So I think it might be interesting and fun to do this with you. So if there was an NFT collection, you had to pump, dump, and hodl, which ones would those be?
Oh, I was not prepared for that one.
Yep. So let's start with the pump.
Okay,
Which one, if you had a pump, if we are all degens
okay,
in the beginning. Which one would you pump?
uh,
Any chain.
okay, okay. I don't want to mention names, but I will give you juicy
That's the
answer.
spicy part
Okay,
about it. You got to say the names.
no, no, no. I would pump PFP projects.
Say it again.
I would pump PFP projects.
Okay. Cool. So and dump. If you had to dump an NFT right now, which project would that be?
I would again talk about category. I will dump, NFTs, free NFTs without community and without use case. Just people are preparing PFPs and sending wallets with hope. I would love to stop that one.
You have to pick a collection, collection name.
No, 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 no. I'm not that.
That's the fun
No,
part. That's the spicy
That's
part.
the hard part. Yeah.
no, 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 no.
That's all right. You don't have to if you don't want to. So, and if you had a hodl one, which I think be a little bit easier to share. If you had a hodl and NFT collection, which one would you hodl?
Okay. I am hodling Mr. Brown NFT, and I am hodling El Cafe Cartel, and
Everything
they
near
will be. Yeah.
near NFTs or hodling.
Yeah.
And for those people who don't know, if you're going to watch this later on, if you're here live, we got a few people in here. But hodl is, you're holding, but it's an acronym for hold on for dear life. So with the way cryptocurrency is, it's volatile. So when you're hodling, you're holding on for dear life. So just a quick fun fact for you there. But that game is always fun. So all right, so we talked about the NDC and how you kind of broke the ice and joined as a moderator, community manager for Mr. Brown's and Cafe Cartel. You're very involved over there. I'm jealous. I'm a little jelly. You got a dead Jen and I didn't. Damn you, Benny. I hope you watch this. I'm I'm gonna chop that up and send it to him. Um,
You have to be sorry, more jealous because that jazz has been as a collection gifted to me and my partner, Rabbit.
right, right. So um, let's go back to what we kind of brought you here for is because of the NFT work group. So I think do you guys have a Discord?
We have Discord, but Telegram is more active. This is the community choice. It's
Okay,
not
yeah,
our
I see it
choice.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We have shared Telegram. I would love everyone to join us for the vibes, for their opinions, suggestions, criticisms, whatever they want to talk about. NFTs are just about communities, and we want to grow, vibe, discuss, argue, everything. Uh, Come and join us, guys and
So
girls.
if anybody watching this or watches the recording later on, there's a little QR code right here. You can scan this and join the Telegram group. Join Krik and everyone else who's supporting NFTs.
Yes,
Yeah.
and there is
Also,
a yeah. Keep going,
yeah.
Craig.
Yeah, also please follow us at our Twitter accounts.
Yes, the Twitter account, guys, will be here. Uh, Up top left, there is a QR code. This QR code, if you scan it, will take you to the NFT work group on Twitter, and the one on the uh, bottom here, the big one. Yep, this will take you to the Telegram work group. So make sure you scan this QR code if you are watching later, or if you are watching now. This will take you to the work group social medias. I have joined myself just now. I joined. I
Yeah,
haven't
I
been
have
there
seen it.
before. Yeah, yeah. Well, I really struggled with NFT before. I have always tried to like know which one to hold and which one to sell. I try to flip. It's not easy, and I think it comes the thing is like when people think of NFT as like trading, I think there is a lot of good NFT traders. I try to do it, to be honest. I'll be honest, but I don't think it's for me. I myself now just get a collection and hold, like for example, my PFP, which is the classic kangaroo. This is it here. This is like my first NFT I ever purchased on near. This is like the first one. The first NFT I ever purchased, I got drugged, which was in Luna. I think calls Luna Dragon or something like this. It was like 95 dollars one NFT, and I bought like 7 or 8 of them. And then we know what happened in Luna. But yeah, I
Mhm.
always buy NFT and get drugged. To be honest, I've never know how to choose the right NFT collection, but I got better at it. You know, later on.
Yeah, the thing is, I like trading NFTs
Mhm.
because it's, the pleasure of, picking a rare NFT at floor price. You know, it's DJ
Yeah,
vibes, and it is more than just earning money. Trading, selling high, buying low, all these games. But
yeah,
NFTs are not about hype or trading. This is a part of it, and this is my personal thing. I like trading NFTs, but you have to be very careful if you are trying not to lose money or earning money. It is not liquid. You cannot sell it immediately. So if you are not very well educated or experienced, you may lose a lot money, and this is not the main role of NFTs, the trading part.
yeah,
As I'm a DJ, I like that part as well. Not only for earning money, but also, the hypes, picking up the good ones. And sometimes, for NFTs, You see an NFT sold a very high price, but it's not a rare one.
Yeah.
But it's looking good, or it's there's someone who doesn't want to sell NFT, but you see it, you fall in love and you pay high. It's about the emotions and all these things. But one of the harmful part of NFTs is, there are some projects creating constant hype, and unfortunately some unexperienced people lose a lot of money. This is harming ecosystem
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, true. I agree with that. It becomes more of like sentimental value with your NFT, right? Like I myself can't imagine selling my classic kangaroo. I mean, it's become like my symbol in the Web3. That's what defines SUS. You know, if you know SUS Web3, I will be known with my classic kangaroo NFT. So it's more of a sentimental value become for trading as well. It's very difficult. I would agree. A lot of people, I think the best one I know in terms of like NFT trading is Nono. Like from the people like I personally know, I know Nono is really good at it, and I know a friend of mine from AVA Exchange as well. But it takes time, it takes experience, and I think NFT, like people need to understand NFT is more of a tech, than um like like you said, it's not a liquid money. It's more of a tech. So I really like to see NFT implemented in way more than what it is maybe now. In the future, later on, it will be utilized, for example, in government, or maybe let's say schools, or anything defined people. I don't know how Web3 is gonna like, or the blockchain technology can grow, but for example, honor student can claim an honor badge as an NFT, rather than just claiming a piece of paper. So very interesting to see where
Yeah,
what's the usability of NFT can be later on in the future.
yeah. I want to once again express that NFTs has very different use cases. But for me, the most important use case of NFT is uh, mm, easiness to access and use. This is helping creating communities, onboarding, attaching people, you know. So, not all NFT projects should have technical utility, or it shouldn't have to be tied up with other things. So, the main utility of the NFTs is, onboarding people, adopting people, connecting people. But also, you know it's NFT technology is evolving very fast, and it has lots of things hidden it. You have uh, tie your NFTs to your reputation, to your achievements. They can be dynamic, they can be tied up to DeFi protocols. There are lots of use cases, and they are all valuable. But as we are always talking about decentralization.
Yeah.
Any chain or total Web3 is nothing without users, okay? So we need people, and decentralization come with the mass adoption, the variety of the people you include in the ecosystem. So NFT communities are the best places to do it. I mean,
Really quick, I wanted to ask you. You guys are doing free mint, I believe, or you had planned that in the beginning when you created the Discord, I believe, right? Were you guys still doing that? And I think you even teased some art. Even is that still on track, or You guys are kind of going away from that, or how's that looking?
I think we lost the Krik audio, right?
I
Krik,
don't.
can you hear us?
Well, it sounded kind of crackling, like staticky, for a while.
Yeah,
So
can you hear Krik? I can't hear Krik. Can you hear me, Billy?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Krik, try to like let's see.
Probably gonna have to leave and come back.
Yeah. I've told her. Okay, we will wait for Krik to fix her audio. But for Billy, what NFT are you holding?
I hold them all.
Your your go-to
I'm more of a
collection.
collector than a trader.
Yeah, your go-to collection, your number one collection. I think I
So,
have an answer for that. I know which one you will pick. I think so.
mm, well, the ones that I have a whole lot of, obviously because I worked for them for almost a year, was Metamon. I have a ton of MMC pups. I think I have 40, and I'm pretty sure I minted most of those. Um, I don't know. I mean, I would love to say like a gaming project, but at the same time, um, I don't I don't really utilize gaming project NFTs. They're so alpha. It's just you just play the game for right now. Like I don't think there's any that need like a battle pass or anything like that. Um, yeah, I
Well,
hold most of them. I'm more of a collector.
yeah,
Crick,
we can
Crick, are
hear
you
Yeah,
you
back?
correct. By yeah, we
yeah,
can
There.
yeah.
hear you.
I am back. Sorry, we have been rocked by podcast. This is why.
Yeah,
The
no
first
worries.
Uh,
time you say Twitter rugged us, it wasn't Twitter or X. It was
It's
the
restream.
Restream Rug. So
so we were talking about different aspects of NFTs. They are all valuable and they all add value to Web3 and chains. So we shouldn't be fading NFTs. It helps people onboarding, connecting, learning each other, and it encourages people to, easy entry point NFTs. And it helps people to try other products, other verticals of the chains. So not only utility, but also even PvP projects are very valuable in my opinion.
cool. I was asking a question, but I think you were getting rugged at that time. So let me ask it again real quick. I think when I first joined the NFT Workgroup, the Discord,
Yeah,
you guys were teasing an NFT collection. You want to
yeah,
talk about that? Is that still on track, or what's going on with that?
yeah. The collective. The idea was it was before the NFT work group elections. The idea was, you know, creating a collection that would tie all currently active people and onboard new people to verify themselves on I am human. So we wanted to build an NFT collection that would tie people up and bring some hype. And also, we were thinking that it would be dynamic NFTs, which would evolve in time with your contributions to near. It was a very ambitious project, but we decided to shelve it. The reason behind this, first of all, the changing key KPIs. Because the first starting point was, it was only for NFT work group to bring the vibes back, and it was a way to say, we are back. But then later we had targets like onboarding 1,000 people, which was not very realistic, I believe, because the current sentiment of NFTs in all chains and the bull, even near people are not that active, and onboarding people like 1,000 was over ambitious for me. And secondly, mm, we wanted to pick a dope art for the collection, and we have found an artist. He had proven success in NFTs and his art was great, but unfortunately he was not from near, and he didn't feel our ambitions, and he was a bit late for responding our requirements, and finally he decided to leave the project. So we have realized that we will not be able to release a collection and gather people till September, and we will not be able to um, be proud of that project or help NDC efforts as much as we want. So we decided to shelve it for a better timing.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. If you need art, have you guys considered using AI? Because I noticed a whole lot of people are doing that these days, especially if you're doing a free mint. There's no point of paying for art that's fire, and then you're just going to give it away for free. So if you're using, I mean, you can do a free version of AI, or you can just pay, I think, cheaper than $20 a month, and you can do it within a month. So maybe $10, $15, and you can just generate a bunch of art. Would you consider doing something like that? I mean, I think the effort going into releasing a PFP collection and doing what you wanted to do is more, is all the
Yeah,
work. Have
the
you thought of
thing is,
AI?
we wanted to have a dope art, which is not AI. It should be, this was our ambition, and there are lots of discussions about AI. Most people don't take it as art. I don't totally agree with that thing, but art is also very important for NFT space, and we didn't want to have AI art. This was all contributors' decision that we wanted to have a dope art made by human.
Because we are human, right?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I was waiting to say that for some reason, like forever, ever since I Human came out.
Now it is the time.
So with all that being said, you're very much involved with NFTs and the near ecosystem and all that good stuff. So I wanted to talk about what excites you the most for 2024. What is the most exciting? And you can say NFTs. I mean, I mean
Yeah, yeah.
maybe, but what's in the next year from now? What are you most excited for? Because we've been in a bear market for a while now. So what do you look forward to if this cycle starts to start up with the bull?
Okay, it's not NFTs but communities. Really, without onboarding masses and convincing them to use your systems, any technology or whatever marketing you have doesn't make sense. You have to convince people to come and use your ecosystem, okay? And lately, I am getting very positive signs, and I had some meetings closely, and I have realized that near uh, foundation has decided to invest on community building. During the bull run, during the beer, it was low key. they wanted to spend all resources on technology building, which is very important. But in parallel, I think one of the mistakes was made is fading communities. Now, it's this narrative is changing, and this is making me very bullish because you know we are at beer. It will be over sometime. Maybe it will not be as good as in the past, but it will be over. And if all the people in Web3 looking for places to locate, invest their time and money, any chain investing on people and communities will win during this beer and will be stronger at the bull run. And getting these positive signs from Near Foundation and OGs deciding to talk about, communities, people, onboarding, this is making me very bullish about Near. This is the way which will make Near great.
That's right. Make near great again. I think I'm pretty excited for that too because I think when I first joined up, it was just you couldn't get a word in some of these discords. They had to put slow mo on the chats, and it was just everyone was around. So like now, even like you said, any chain, I think a lot of the vibes are just way down, and a lot of people are dumping right now. And if you look at ETH, which is like the leader of NFTs, people are just saying, "Oh man, they're dumping, or the floor price is going so low." Da 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 da. It's down everywhere. So that's what I'd be excited for is for a lot of people to come back and or wake up and be active again. So Twitter's going crazy. There's giveaways all the time. People are deploying capital, VCs, people like everybody is just active and the chats are blowing up and stuff. And I've even seen some projects that are really good projects that are just kind of going to sleep because they don't see the point of marketing or spending time and employing moderators even. They're like, hey, there's not much going on. Just if we wake back up, we'll bring you back. And personally, that's what I've been told. So it's hard to deal with and it's hard to see. So I'm excited for the discords and telegrams and Twitter or X, whatever it's being called, the socials and streaming video games with NFTs being utilized and blockchain in the back end for my transactions and stuff like that. I'm excited for that. How about you, Seuss? What are you excited for this next year coming up?
I just want to get out of from this bear market, man.
Yeah,
I'm
we all do.
tired.
But
I'm tired of it. I'm
We are
when
all
tired of it.
tired, man.
we get out
Yeah.
of it, what do you look forward to?
Well, to be honest, are we talking about near ecosystem?
No, just in general. Like, what are you excited for this
Well,
next year coming up?
if we are talking about the near ecosystem, I'm excited for Jump DeFi. To be honest, very very excited for it. I really hope market condition gets really better for Jump DeFi to be able to keep moving. Finally, put how do you say it in English? Put the nail in the coffin. I think I don't know if that's the right term you say it now, but yeah, and just launch the token. But you know, everyone is to be honest is pretty tired from the male market. I think the crypto community need some of a win somehow, to keep the you know momentum or our spirit a bit up. But yeah, I really hope I can get better in web3, get more, maybe more exposure, join more project, help to build more project. I would love to do this, but I think we need to get out of this the bear market for us to achieve that. So
Yeah,
we need
that's
this to be done with it, but it's been there for a while. Um I don't know how long it will take, but I do think it's been there for a while. But to speak of NFT, I really really want to see gaming, Web3 gaming as well, utilizing NFT technology a bit more. That's something I always, we talk, me and you, a lot about this in Twitter Spaces. But I think NFT can have a very, very valuable, to be very valuable for project in the Web3, gaming project in Web3. I think also traditional games maybe utilizing the NFT, utilizing the blockchain technology and NFT as well for their cosmetic will be really nice. So a lot of things to talk about what we are excited for in 2024, But for us to achieve that, we need to get out of the bear market.
Agreed. Yes, and what I'm excited for is obviously gaming. I think a lot of games are not launching right now and telling me we're not marketing, we're not pushing the game. I mean, a lot of games right now, um, they are not releasing because of the market conditions, saying we're not going to make any money. There's no point in it. No one's playing games right now. Blah 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 blah. This and that. But did you guys, speaking about getting excited about blockchain and all this stuff? But did you guys see the news of near getting 3 million transactions in one day with what's it called, Kai Ching or Kai Kai or something like that? Did you guys see
Yeah.
that? Quick, you see that?
Yeah, I have seen that, but I didn't have enough time to go deep dive. I'm really wondering if these people are very aware of they are using Web3 and near. I mean, if they will expand as near ecosystem community using the tools of near, and if this will happen, even 20%, 15%, it would make lot sense, because I have seen some criticism about these TXs. Uh, Somebody said, it's someone I don't know. Really investors don't look at the TXs, but they um, they more look at how much of these people retain in ecosystem as active community member. So I am excited to see if they will be our friends, community friends. If this will happen, this would be something very, very, very good. So I'm just watching it now, trying to understand.
Well, what that excites me as well as what I've just spoken about, but I think that having real use cases in real life, other than the community and everything that's going on, I think it's a great step in the right direction. We got Sweat, we got Play Ember, and then now this. So the more use cases you can think of and say, hey, we have a ton of daily transactions, and then when the next cycle comes through, it would make sense for builders to build, to say, hey, the tech
Yeah.
is there, there's transactions there, it will not break like some chains. I'm not going to name any names, but they break all the time. They're very fast and secure and cheap, but also near is, and then we haven't blown up yet. I mean, there was kind of an NFT boom, and I think the token price went up to $20
Yeah.
when I first got here. So, I mean, the more use cases it has, the more reasons builders have reason to build. I think it makes sense, but pay attention to all the analytics behind the tech, and you'll understand a little bit better. Because yeah, the discords are dead or whatever. CT, or we can't call it CT anymore. X is kind of, there's the fly again. Uh, it's a little quiet, but it's been that way across the board. But Krik, you
Yeah.
wanted to talk about more about the NFT work group. What did you want to talk about that
Yeah.
we haven't?
Yeah. So I would like to talk about what we want to do there, how we want to
Sure.
Yeah.
support the ecosystem. So
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Greg. Sorry. But
yeah.
let's just start with a brief explanation of what is the NFT work group. Like for someone like me, for example, I heard about it. I know Escobar talked about it, and he
Mhm.
said he joined in there. But for people who don't know about the NFT work group, the NDC NFT work group, what is your main focus? What are you trying? guys, to accomplish, your end goals, and basically a definition of what is the NDC NFT work group.
Okay. I think if I talk about our main priorities, it will help you to better understand. So we want to mainly achieve three things. Okay, one of them is, of course, growing community in near, and we want people to start their journeys and learn in NFT communities, and we want to encourage them to use the other tools of the ecosystem. So it's, as I tried to mention before, NFTs are easy onboarding, easy starting points, and we want to uh, onboard more people and help them to educate, make friendships, and expand their journey to other ecosystem tools. Okay, this is one of the priorities. Second priority is, we want to support projects. When I talk about support, it's not about funding. Funding is not the main driver for growing business, but support builders uh, in their building journeys with technology, and support collaboration culture, engaging more engagement with between the builders, and collaboration efforts, and support them on their business development. So we want to, be near with them on their journeys on building and growing, and uh, of course some projects need fundings, but this is not the only way you can support them in many ways. Also, we want to support technologies uh, to make NFT builders to onboard and grow their businesses. So these are the three main areas we want to focus on. But of course, yeah, I'm seeing that someone saying giveaways. Giveaways are crucial part of NFTs. So I cannot give much clue right now because we are working on it. So, but we are working on a community activation program, which we are hoping to, it will help to engage communities. I am looking at the comments; they are very funny, and be, activate current communities, onboard new ones, and support their journeys to use other ecosystem tools. We are working on a program. We are at the just beginning, so we will try to make it a big thing, and with the inclusion of lots of players in the ecosystem. This is very exciting us nowadays. So these are the main areas we will focus on. Of course, like other work groups, we are waiting for houses to be active and set the goals and KPIs for all the ecosystems. So we will adjust our charter and priorities according to these KPIs and goals. But these are like main values of the NFT work group. So excited to see who is going to drive House of Merit and who is going to support communities, NFTs. Any question around that?
No, you explained it quite well. I was just replying to the chat, and the chat is saying giveaways, giveaways, giveaways. So I kind of have an idea, real quick, if you don't mind. We've
Yeah,
been live for about an hour now, so we should start wrapping up. I want to share a Shard Dog link. Shout out
yeah,
to Ready Layer One, Joe, and Jared for providing this for me. I made this pixel art a few months back, and it wasn't finished yet, and I had to animate it. So it's now animated. You can see it on the bottom of the
Yeah.
screen. Scan this QR code. Get your Shard Dog. It's a gaming focused one, and it says GM Gamer. Go scan this. Go get this. And if you guys want to do a giveaway, um,
It should be
go
NFT collection.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Hold on. If you scan this and show proof that you got this Shard Dog link, I mean, you have this NFT, go to the Boneyard, create a ticket, and show proof. I can create a channel as well if you want, but we don't have too many live watchers right now. So just go create a ticket, show that you were present and you were active in the chat, and I'll hook you guys up. I'll give you an NFT. So if every single
Oh.
one of you are here, I'll give it to every single one of you. If you invite your friends and everyone comes over here, and I get flooded with a bunch of people with proof of a Shard Dog, I'll raffle something off. I can't give
Yeah.
NFTs to everybody.
Ah,
So, but
yeah.
if the few people that are here, every single one of you will get one. If you invite your friends and more people roll in at the last minute, I'll think about giving something better, but raffling it. So, I think I have some pubs. I have Web3 ones. I don't know. I have a few of them. But if we get a bunch of people in here, and if you guys come scan this and show proof of the Shard Dog and the proof of the live, then I will raffle something good. So
Yes,
every
and by the way, guys, you can join the Boneyard Discord. There's a link tree of the Boneyard up top left. Sorry, my mic just fell off. But there is, yeah, scan this one, and you will be able to join the Discord from there. And we can, Billy can hook you up with a nice NFT collection from the collection. But for people who can't scan the QR code, I drop already an invite for you in the chat right now. This is an invite to the Boneyard Discord channel. So join there, create a ticket, and get yourself a nice NFT. I know what it is. It's a good collection, but I think Billy will keep it as a surprise. So yeah, we'll see. But
Mm.
okay, speaking of NFT, so meaning the NDC work group, do you guys will focus to bring more exposures to the NFT collection in the near ecosystem, right? That's mean like collabs, partnership with other NFTs, maybe bring some new project to create and make some collection on the near ecosystem. Is that what you are guys trying to do?
Okay. N- we are not, you know, business development department of NEAR. I think our the job is to support these efforts. But we are spending a lot of time on networking with NEAR Foundation, other projects and vibing in other chains. So I can say that there will be efforts to onboard good projects from other chains. We will see soon. So we will be helping them for their adapting processes, helping them with their journeys, hoping that they will bring their communities from other chains as well, and we will also looking ways to onboard new people, even non-crypto people. We
Mm.
will be supporting steady teams in near ecosystem. Some of them may be silent because they are in survival mode. It doesn't matter if they stand behind their projects and they want to add value. They can just hit our DMs, and we will look ways to support them through business development to funding, technical support, whatever it takes. I mean, this is something which we can manage with collaborated efforts.
So let's say I have art ready to go. How would you help me for NFTs?
So you have a project to ready to go. Did I get your question right?
Well, let's just say I have art for an NFT collection. You're in the
Art.
NFT group. How would you help me out?
Okay.
For example.
it depends what kind of help you need. Okay, you should tell in which areas you need help. For example, if you want to build a utility and you want to reach out devs, we will make the intros and connect with them. If you are looking for launch pads, we will be sharing the information with you, connecting you. Or if you want to build something great, very big, and in line with the near NFT Workgroup strategies, but you need funding, we will help you. Uh, Strategizing your funding documents. We will try to support you with the funding, or we can help you to show the places where you can get funding supports. If you need incubation, we will show you the way. These are the things we can support you. I mean, it really depends what you need. If you are not familiar with the ecosystem and if you want to network, we can introduce you with the communities, builders, founders. This is our job.
Okay, I want a rug. How are you gonna help me?
You, I definitely would like to avoid that. I definitely would like to avoid that. Okay, for the funding, we will be having milestone. We will be having very uh, strict criteria on what kind of things to be funded, and you will be funded milestone based. Okay, so you will have to achieve to have some achievements to unlock bigger fundings, and um, it will take time. Also, our funding mechanism will be linked to reputation based funding. It doesn't have to be only near, but what you have done before as founders and as project group will help you to unlock bigger funds.
Yeah, so that would be my concern or question when you guys are doing this is the launch pads kind of feel a little
Yeah.
responsible for launching some of these collections at Rug.
Mm-hmm.
They look great. They look great. Bless you. They look great when they're applying to launch and stuff like that, right? And then I think some of them, when Near was booming, uh, they would Rug and then make an announcement saying, hey, they passed all our criteria that we asked them to pass, and like some slight KYC even, and they still Rug.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, we'll do some more research on these projects before we launch some of them. We want to be at 100%, but that probably will never ever happen, at least not now. But in the future, we're going to do more extensive research. So have you thought about like when people are reaching out to you for help for NFTs that are, I think you said, I'm pretty sure you said that you would do some research into these guys, but what if they pass all of your requirements and still Rug? Like, have you thought about that? Like, I mean, that had to have gone through your mind, right?
Yeah. Are you asking about funding part, or just any kind of support, you mean?
Well, like, yeah, any kind of support, because if you say, hey, this new project is um, trying to join the ecosystem, and then they have this project, blah 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 blah. This is what they're doing, and you're supporting them, and then people might backlash at you and say, "Hey, why are you supporting?" Or, you know,
Yeah, these
making tweets and all
ruggers.
that.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's
Yeah.
not easy because some of the rugged projects, even rugged without their, they were not planning to rug. They just couldn't manage it at the beer. They didn't have steady business plans and all these things. I am kind of, this is my personal thought, okay? I am kind of separating things into two. Uh, First of all, we will be having an independent uh, council to evaluate funding requests, okay? So we will not be the, as core contributors, we will not be the approving bodies of the fundings. We will get the systems ready for council to work. But my view is, for anyone showing uh, showing they're willing to building a near ecosystem deserves a help to introduce with people. Introducing doesn't mean that, these peoples are steady and they will make the things uh, proper and they will not rug or whatever. It is just connecting bodies, and they will choose their stand. We are just we will be just showing the way where they can take help, whom they can meet. And we are not, I want to stress this one again, we are not business development department of NEAR, okay? We are just supporting builders and community on their journeys. So uh, we will not be the ones onboarding the projects, or we will not be the ones giving millions dollars for them to build something. We have limits. We can just support the projects on their journeys, and we can have limited funds to support what they want to build. But still, we are hoping that uh, milestone-based funding and achievement-based unlocking funding will help us to eliminate bad actors.
So you'll try to do the best you can on your guys' part, but it's more of a like a kind of DYOR, do your own research type deal. Would you say?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we have to say this for all. Not It's not only about NFTs. I mean, DeFi products, gaming, or whatever you can think. We are early. We don't have very established security metrics and all these governance things. So we will do our best and build on our learnings and to support builders and eliminate bad actors. But nobody can stand back of any project 100%. I don't believe we can do it in any vertical.
Yeah, personally being a moderator or community manager in some of these discords where they rugged, and then people were like, "You rugged me," and I'm like, "I'm the moderator." It's like it says your team. It's like it doesn't matter what my title is. I'm not the one that's rugging you. I don't have any of the money, so I didn't even get paid for being a moderator. So I don't know where you're coming from. The team ran off with your money. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I had minted as well, or they maybe dropped me some NFTs and that are now illiquid. So it's just like I put my time into this project, being a moderator, helping them out launch. Yeah, but sorry, I didn't know they were gonna rug. I mean, who,
Yeah.
like you said, who can tell? And I think it pisses people off if you're moderating or working for somebody and they don't pay you. So you're probably just as mad as they are.
Because you
I
get
think
drugged as well.
exactly. Like when I see Escobar a couple of times, he's kind of sad, and I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? You're not yourself today. And he goes, well, I helped this collection or this project how do you say, ramp up a mint, and I've been helping them for the past couple of months, and they didn't pay me. I was like, oh man, it's the hardest thing. You put a lot of time into it. Building up a mint is a lot of work, and the
Mm-hmm.
founders are busy trying to get their collection ready and get these utilities out or whatever they're doing. And maybe they did have, I think I've seen this in the past where maybe they did have some utility, but it wasn't good enough, and the mint just kind of crawled. So the money that they did get, even though it was just a couple of grand, a couple $1,000s, less than 5,000 probably, and then they took off with the money. But some of the people actually kind of aped in, and just took a chance. And it's hard to see. Or it becomes a slow rug. Maybe it did a decent mint, and they could have done something with the mint funds, and just kind of slowly rugged, and the team disappeared. It's kind of hard to see. Like even in the booming, you know, bull run, you can still see rugs. Just a lot more hard rugs, I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah,
But
but we have our learnings. I mean, uh, you know, I believe most of the projects, uh, didn't want to rock.
right,
Most of the slow rocks uh, are not meant to establish the rock, but they just couldn't manage it. And when the beer arrived, they didn't they didn't know what to do and how to survive and how to evolve. This is, we are talking about utility. The crypto space is changing very fast. The needs changing, the interest changing. You you spend many months, lots of money to build a utility, but when you are ready, the it is not, people are not bullish anymore in that, when you are ready. So it's changing very fast. So for example, I have my learnings. you know uh, I know it would sound a bit discriminative, but now I am looking at the founders of projects when when I am looking to mint anything. Either this team should have proven success on something in Web3, or they should at least be not at the ages of 18s. Okay, we have seen lots of NFT project founders at very early ages. No, you know real life experience, no Web3 experience, but they were good at vibes and creating hype. We followed them, and this project fails, and they didn't mean to rug you. They just didn't have business model. They just didn't know how to survive. How So I mean, we have our learnings. We have to really read the papers, what they are promising, and if the founders has capital and knowledge to achieve these promises.
right, exactly. I think a lot of the slow rugs were unintentional. They could have been good people, and they just kind of slowly bled out. And maybe I think what I've seen as well a few times actually, in people who I was moderating for, where they had some sort of utility lined up in their white paper. They're trying to go on with phase one after the mint, um, and then they get rugged by devs. Like they hire random people. It's a good
Yep.
thing for founders to work with people who are trusted in the space. But at the same time, if you didn't mint out and cut supply or cut the price in half and did a one-of-one drop, then it makes it tough on the founders who had good intentions in the first place and still had good intentions. Then went to someone who was a dev that was building a staking platform or whatever utility they had in their white paper, maybe a token, I don't know. And then they wrote these contracts and then just kind of disappeared, or
Yeah.
didn't really reply back to them. It made them really hard to struggle to manage that type of money when they didn't get the money that they needed in the first place. And they kind of just said, well, we're giving up. And there's no point of refunding people because if you think about it, if we got 1,000 mints and we're have to split up the pot, whatever is left over, everyone's going to get like zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.5 or one near. Like, it's what is the point? And I think the thought process behind that would be like, well, I'm keeping the couple grand that's left over because if I split it back up to everybody, no, everyone's still going to be pissed off at me. So I'm going to fall off the face of the earth now.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
This is the part of business knowledge. I mean, you should think about all scenarios. What if the artist leave us just on the middle of the collection? What if they rug us? Do I have systems to check? Do I get GitHub documents? Do I have the systems to check what coding the dev is writing? I mean, is he or she doing the thing? But you have to check balance points, and you have to have backup plans. If it doesn't have to be bad intention. What if my dev dies? I mean, this is business. You cannot just say that this guy is good and he is my friend, I know in real life, let's start. You may die, but the business has to continue. We have to take it very serious. In the past, it was bull, everything was selling out, it was easy. But now we are understanding that this is a serious business. We are taking money from people's pockets, and we have responsibility. And we have to think about B plans, C plans, and what if our guys disappear or cannot move on? Uh, as a, let me say, customer, it's not my problem if your dev left you. It's your business to find a solution. You cannot come and cry me. Sorry guys, I know, but my dev left. It's your responsibility to manage the business. You cannot put this on my shoulders. I have already done my part. I have paid and I have vibed. I have been supportive. That's all I can do. So,
I think that's
it
my
was,
favorite. My favorite is
yeah,
when the dev dies.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it can happen, but it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
We're
Really.
dead. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
We're gonna give up because the dev is dead, or the founder. There we go. The founder died the day after mint, and they made they minted out, and they had tens of thousands of dollars. That's my favorite.
Yeah. And there was a project, I think people were teasing in another chain. After they sell out, they were saying that one of our founders died.
COVID. Blame it on COVID.
Blame it on COVID. Yep.
So we've been here for a good hour and 20 minutes now. It kind of flown
Yeah.
by. But Krik, do you want to talk about anything else before we go? Any points you wanted to bring up before we wrap it up?
Okay. It's very good to be here. It's very exciting days in near. We are making a big step through decentralization. I am very, very happy and bullish to be part of, supporting these efforts, and hoping all the best for near and for entire Web3 community. I am hoping our model, our NDC decentralization model, will be a model for all Web3 chains, and wish all the best for us.
Sus, do you have anything else to say to wrap it up, or any reminders before we go?
Yeah, well, if there is people still did not submit their ticket, make sure to join the Boneyard Discord. You will find the link for the Boneyard Discord on the link tree above. here. And then make sure you join the Telegram NFT work group as well. There is a QR code there. If you are watching later on, you can scan this and you will be able to join as well. You can join. Make sure to follow Craig Twitter. She gave a very valuable insight about NFT, and as well the NFT work group Twitter account as well. But Craig, thank you so much for all the information you give us. I myself just joined the Telegram work group. I heard about it before, to be honest, but I haven't joined. So I'm excited to see what you guys, can contribute and help other project. I think the NFT on near protocol needs some love. There is some great collection in there. But again, the market condition is limiting a lot. So props and hats off for every single project that is building and trying to make it in this bear market. Special mention for MMC as well. Great gaming collection that have been really building very, very hard in this bear market. So to everyone, either I mention you or no, you guys are doing great. Building in this bear market, and yeah, that's it for me.
Yes, hats off if you were still here. I think the founders, community managers, devs, artists, whoever is still around and active, you're going to be recognized when it becomes the bull market comes back around the next cycle. So, I just wanted to quickly mention the NDC. Today is the last day for OGs to nominate themselves. I don't think we have an entire day. I think it's less than a day. Might be a
It's
few hours.
8 hours, I think, or 7 hours and a half, something like this, between 7.5 to 8 hours. So if you are an OG, you have to nominate. You wanted to run for the election, you got to nominate yourself in like 8 hours.
Yes, and so the elections will begin thereafter. I think it'll go on for like the rest of the month, I believe. I don't know the exact dates, but I'm sure
Um,
they'll let us know, right? So,
yeah.
um,
Here the deadline, will put it at the end for people to see it. The
there we go.
deadline for the submission will be today, and then the voting start on September 8th, and the votings end on 22 of this month, and the first Congress will be on October 1. So this is all the information you need about the election. If you minted your I am a human token, then you need 3 near only for you to vote. And if you have not mint the I am a human SBT, then you can't mint it anymore. But if you have 300 near, you will be able to vote. That's a lot. But again, we need to eliminate bot voting. So I think it's very understandable. The NDC give a lot of time for people to mint their I am a human SPT.
And I think there's a possibility of KYCing. You might not get an SBT, but just to vote, you might be able to KYC, but it might be not enough time. So,
Mm.
all the info at the bottom. And quickly before we go, I wanted to show. I will give this to the end of the day, end of my day. It's 10:30 a.m. for me, so it's fairly early. So if you see this now, or if you watch the recording later on, scan this, show proof in the Discord. Let's bring up. Oops. Let's bring up the Boneyard link tree up here too. So in the top left corner, there's the Boneyard link tree. You can follow us on all of our socials. Join the Discord. Scan this. Show proof that you got this, and I'll hook you up with some NFTs, or I can even give you some near if you don't want the NFTs. So um,
Uh,
active giveaway.
everybody loves NFTs.
NFTs near, I mean, whatever you like, whatever's in the Boneyard wallet, I will hook you up. So go get this proof of live. I mean, even after the live, I'll give you to the end of my day, and then tomorrow morning I'll announce it on I was gonna say Twitter. I'll keep wanting to say Twitter. I think everyone does, but we'll announce it on the socials or on Discord, and you guys, I'll hook you guys up. Thank you, Krik, for coming in, kind of last minute, and joining us for this podcast. It was a pleasure having you, and I hope to talk to you later on once the version 1 governance goes online and you guys start operating at full capacity or somewhat capacity. So thank you for coming on, and
Thank you for
thank you, Sis,
inviting.
for
It
helping.
was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Oh, we got a QR code scan last minute. So yeah, get that scanned, show proof in the Discord, and we'll see you next time, guys.